Greetings, fellow conquerors. This is darkfireslide, and welcome back to Ayuthayya here in EU4. And whoo boy, it's been interesting. So, it's getting hot where I live, and we're gonna fabricate some claims. But it's been getting pretty warm where I live, and unfortunately, what this means is that it's hard to record during the day, and this is why. It's like, oh well, Dark just turned the AC on. Well, if only it were so simple. You see, where I live, there is little to no insulation in the walls because it's very poorly constructed. So basically I have to have an air conditioning unit in my window running at all times, as well as a room fan, and as you might imagine, this causes some background noise, and I haven't been able to find a way to actually get this to work with my mic yet, so basically that's really been slowing down the progress of the episodes because I can't just record whenever. I have to wait till like really late at night to do stuff. But anyway, let's get back to EU4. Let's get back to conquering stuff. So we're currently in the works of doing a lot of different things, and I want to make mention of a strategy that a couple of people recommended, and I want to give them their notice here because they were a little upset that I didn't take into consideration the strategies, so I just want to mention it. So one of the biggest thing that I noticed is that what you should try to do with this start or anywhere in this region is to actually go to what is modern day Taiwan. I almost if I said Thailand there, I'm pretty sure there would have been riots in the comments. But no, you go to Thailand. You go to Taiwan. I did it anyway. You go to Taiwan, and you colonize, and then from this province, you get a neighboring province on a Ryukyu. You then attack Ryukyu, and you can use them as a jumping off point to get up to like Siberia, and then from Siberia you can go theoretically to the Americas. And this is really useful because it can also and the whole reason behind this is that can actually proc the institution of colonialism, which is pretty awesome overall. Currently, however, we may have kind of missed our window because it's 1491 and we haven't really done that yet, but I guess we'll see what happens. We have to consider here, because colonies take a long time to develop in the early stages of the game. Our base amount of colonists won't go up again until, let's see, what tech is it? Yeah, Tech 10, diplomatic tech. So that's not going to be for a while. You can tell I don't really do colonization that much, and this is actually slower than usual because it is a tropical area, and yeah, I'm pretty sure all these places have the tropical modifier, which really sucks. It's gonna raise things like attrition and just all this natural nastiness, but however, that being said, we do still have, and this is really important, this bonus from the Age of Discovery, where we're getting a +1 to development in each category on every new colony that we make. So really, we want to do this and get this age, get as many colonies out as possible during this time period. Now, that being said, we can increase our number of global settlers by 20 with another 800 diplomatic points. So that's going to be awesome if we can actually get to it. We're currently making 90 diplomatic points a month, so we'll see what we can do. And another great thing that would be fun to do in this episode is actually, you know, unpause the game. Now, currently we're letting our manpower regenerate. Basically, Indochina is ripe for the taking. We are strong enough that we can just kind of smash whoever gets in our way. Although we have currently taken a bunch of land for our two vassals, one of whom, Sukhothai, is getting pretty big. He currently has 112 development, so it may be time to annex him pretty soon, or at the very least, let him, you know, make him not grow any bigger than he currently is, because he's currently very big. Now that being said, it would be very easy to pick up another vassal, especially one like Arakan, who borders someone like Bengal, and it would be very easy to vassalize them and then use them to attack Bengal, since they have they actually have a core on Bengal. So that would actually be very, very profitable, although they are allied with Ava, who would have a decently sized army. And of course, currently our problem is manpower, and our problem is manpower because alright, yeah. Get those conquest CBs. Currently our problem is manpower because we're in Indochina and everything is tropical and everything has 3% attrition and it's awful. Now, one thing we may be able to do here is call upon Dai Viet and our vassals to fight against Khmer for us. Oh, this is another funny thing that's been going on in the comments. So, way back in like 7 episodes ago or whatever now, in episode 2 or 3, I asked what the pronunciation of this was, and people were telling me, no, it's not Khmer, it's like Kumai, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll call it Kumai, and then, like, in the last episode, I called it that, and everyone's like, no, it's Khmer, trust me, just trust me, dude, like, totally. So, who can you trust? It's the internet. Now, what do our vassals think of us? Sukhothai could actually use a little bit of a relation improvement, and even though we do have these claims fabricated on Brunei, and I do want to take Brunei's land really badly, especially because it's so rich and developed now. We can basically take it without getting a coalition. We still need to kind of be careful here. All that being said, there is all this juicy Philippines land here, including Manila here with 14 development, which would be 17 the second we colonized it. So, and the best part is, like, none of this will be like actual colonies. It's all going to be just, you know, our land. It's going to be a state. Ooh, we could build a temple here in Pegu, and yeah, that's Pegu still, and get a 0.16 ducat increase. That being said, we could also build a manufactory in Ayuthayya and get 0.37 ducats a month. So that's definitely worth it, in my opinion. Just got to keep building more and more. Now the thing is about EU4 is that it is not a the way investments work in EU4 is a lot different than what I think people think of when it comes to economics. So our admiral died. Very sad. Ming demands 8 military points. Well, Ming, you can go screw yourself. I hate you, and I hate your new mechanic, and I wish you didn't have it. Alright, we're going to lose 1 stability because our king sucks. We actually have a small amount of provincial unrest now, which is really funny. We could pick up the next economic idea. It's either that or get courthouses, which... whatever, I guess. Monthly autonomy down, state maintenance. I don't know. How much do we pay in state maintenance anyway? Let's take a look at this, because this is a new change to that. So if we look at something like Lower Burma, that's 0.29. I guess it's not dependent on the actual. Actually, don't know. I think the costs are based on like distance and the amount of development. That would make a lot of sense. But Lower Burma has 35, for example, and costs 0.29. So a 25% reduction would be like it's like not that much. Be like 0.07 ducats in reduction. The nice part about it would mainly be the autonomy change, which would be very useful in, for example, this area down here in Malacca. Now, have we turned this place into a state yet? It is still a territory, but it would make us 1.94 ducats a month. Whereas turning it into a state will cost us nothing. I don't think that's strictly true. That might be a bug from the fact that we're playing on an older version, technically. Well, we're not playing on the older version, we're playing on the new version of the Ming patch, which I think is 1.21. But anyway, I'm getting off track. Let's go and core all those. Happily, we'll pay admin points for that, increasing our manpower and treasury. Now, we're a little bit behind on military tech. We need to get to military tech 7. Because everyone around us is not at Tech 7. or sorry, everyone around us is at Tech 7, and that could cause some problems, including Ming, including scary Ming, who we should probably improve relations with. I don't think they could attack us, though, just because we're their tributary state, so... Whew, look at that nasty army. We are eventually planning on doing something about that, but until we get strong enough, that's not really going to be in the cards for us, as it were. The thing I don't like is they have, like, you know, 1,100 development or whatever it is, especially if they've been developing their provinces. And they don't have any autonomy problems. So when they can start turning things into states, it's just like, oh my god, there's so much shit. So you just have to build up so much of your own stuff to even do anything, and they're always going to be ahead on tech too. It is like a cool challenge, but I also feel like it's like hilariously broken compared to what Ming did before. In a word, and I'm planning on making a video about this because I am pretty passionate about the fact that Ming is just stupidly broken in Mandate of Heaven. I think they should just have Ming's development to like make it represent the old stuff, like the old Ming. Ooh, looks like Khmer is currently in a war with Lansheng. This could be useful for us because this may drain their manpower by quite a bit just by doing the sieges. So let's look up Khmer, see what their manpower is like. Manpower for Khmer. They have 10,000, so they're looking pretty decent so far. The funny thing is, we could probably just go to war right now with Khmer if we used Dai Viet. That'd be really easy. Do they even have any claims? They have like one claim, so we could just give them like this terrible. Well, it's not terrible. It is Savannah, I guess. We could give them the 7 development province while we just eat like all the land while our vassals do all the sieging, and then just not get a coalition ever because because of there's just nobody cares in this region about like anything. It is the weirdest thing. Let's get our diplomat back and honestly, let's try this. Let's just go to war again. Let's just take the land. It's so easy. I can't not do it, right? And it's not like Dai Viet's going to join any other wars anyway, so... Now, I just want to say, some of you were like, why is he sitting there with, like, full autonomy? Is he stupid? Like, no, the reason I've been sitting here with full autonomy is because there are rebels, and if the rebels pop, then I need to be able to actually, like, react to them. That being said, it's not like we have a lot of forts or anything. In fact, our only fort is in our capital, so... not really a big deal or anything. I will send the army. Why are we negative 5% war score already? Did we lose a battle somewhere? Yeah, from one battle, minus 6 war score. That's pretty crazy. Oh, Dai Viet got smashed in the face. I bet that stings. We are both a tech behind them, but we are about to catch up. Although Ming taking our precious points is not going to be conducive to that by any stretch of the imagination. Patani has embraced the Renaissance. Good for them. Now, the interesting thing is, if all of our provinces embrace the Renaissance, we can actually start the Golden Era for this era, and that would be pretty cool if we can actually manage to do that. The real question is, at this point, what provinces don't have it yet? I feel like all of our land provinces do. Is it just our colony? It might just be our colony, which is kind of funny in a way. Anyway, we can pick up military tech 7, which is great for a number of reasons, not the least of which being that we can build artillery. Now, let's see. The difference between these, the Hoofnies has 1 defensive morale pip. It doesn't really matter. Artillery doesn't really play a big role until, you know, a little bit later in the game. So we're just going to get our value cannon, the 1 artillery that will help with sieges. Even though we're not really sieging in this war, we're just using our vassals. It really is a case of the rich get richer, yeah? Ooh. Let's see. We could piss off the province of Pasai for like 5 years? Yeah, 5 years. Or we could just lose 100 ducats. I'd rather just piss off Pasai, honestly. It still says it's going to take them like 17 years to revolt, so... we could gain karma. I like this idea, because we're at negative 100. So let's just go ahead and get karma and prestige. I genuinely forgot how terrible this religion is from my Tibet playthrough. Ooh, we have an average claim error. I think because... Holy crap. Our nation is in mourning over the loss of our previous monarch, Trilokhanate Supahanafum. Or Sufanafum, I think. He fell down a set of stairs to his death. His careless handling of secret information made our secrets common knowledge. We fell down a set of stairs. That's not suspicious. All right, so our new leader is a 422, which is not bad. And we now have 7 pretender regiments to worry about. Now, my question is, what kind of leader do these guys want to install? Because they used to, we get a 213 with a strong claim. Well, suffice it to say, I think a 422 is much better. However, he is greedy, which is going to lower our national tax income for his lifetime. However, we do have a 241 heir, and a 4 in Diplo is really useful for us because we really want to finish those colonization ideas, and that would be within the scope of his life frame, I would think. But let's go deal with these rebels while our allies continue to fight this war for us. Trading in tropical wood happened to us. We get development cost. Sir. Sir. What? What is it? The tropical wood. It's happened. My God. No. Anything but the tropical wood. The king just sits down sobbing. I am but an average heir to a pretty good throne overall, honestly. But, my God, not the tropical wood. It happened. There's nothing we could have done. Now, our vassal Sukhothai has a 233 general, and it's pretty great, honestly. Now, we could look into getting Diplomatic Tech 8, but I really want to pick up the next exploration idea, just to get the colonial range, which is nice, but also to get to the global settler increase. I know that if colonialism doesn't spawn, I'll just go ahead and say this: if colonialism doesn't spawn for us, then we're just going to have to improve a province again, or potentially just improve Ayuthayya again. And I'm okay with that. We'll probably end up improving Pegu just so we have like a second super city, but I'm perfectly okay with that because it's not like Westernization where you just waste tons of points and you're behind on tech and you almost never catch up. I actually kind of like improving the provinces just because you get so much out of it. So we could get 10 prestige or lose 10 prestige for 25 points in one category. We get 25 diplo points. Pretty good stuff. Let's see. And it looks like we're going to be able to completely rout the Khmer army. I don't know what the isn't it Cambodian? Is there I don't know what their national adjective is. But this war has gone really well. We lost more men to the rebellion than we did to the actual enemy army or doing sieges, so Khmer is unsurprisingly ready for a peace deal, and now we don't even have to give anything to our ally. Now this would get a coalition from Kedah and Pasai, who we don't care about. This might also call in Khmer and Lancheng if we took these 3 provinces, but honestly I don't really care. They're not really relevant. So we're just going to go ahead and take all their money. Dai Viet's happy even though we're not giving them anything, so yeah. Another successful war as far as I'm concerned. And we'll start coring these immediately, since our war exhaustion is 0.25. Okay, so we have the following options for missions, now that we've taken land from Khmer, and look at that nice, clean name on the map now. Isn't that nice? So anyway, we could turn Katapang into a city, which will give it 1 base production, which is really good for us, and local development costs down. So that would actually help us a lot if we did that. It would just, the base production is like really huge at this point in the game. When you consider, even if it's only like a 0.2 ducat a month increase, right? That's like, or sorry, even like a 0.1, like over the course of like 400 years, it's like a ton. It's like a ton. And we could colonize Sampit, which would give really good effects for 10 years. I think I want to do that one. Let's go ahead and colonize Sampit. Which province is Sampit? Oh, it's the province right next to Katapang. So, yeah, we can do that. We should do that. Is what I'm trying to say. So, anyway, that was a pretty successful war. It went really quickly, and we got a bunch of land from our enemy there. And we currently have no possible rivals, but also we are still pretty far from being able to eclipse any of the other people here. Our rating, however, is sadly pretty low, just because we're behind on tech in all categories, and probably want to do something about that. But that'll have to be next time. So thank you for joining me, my fellow Thai, and I'll see you on the next one.